Intervals as subsets. First, let us see number system. Numbers are classified into real numbers and imaginary numbers. Real numbers are represented by capital R. Real numbers are classified into rational numbers and irrational numbers. Further, rational numbers are categorized as integers and fractions. Integers is classified as negative numbers and whole numbers. All the numbers including 0 is called whole numbers, and numbers excluding 0 are called natural numbers. Now we will see how to represent intervals. Consider x greater than a and less than b. Let us represent this on a line. So we have 2 points a and b. According to the condition, x is between a and b. Since x is greater than a, point A is not included, so we represent it with a curved brace. Similarly, x is less than b without including point B, so we represent it with curved brace. And the interval is written as a and b within curved braces. This is called open interval. Since end points are not included, it is called open interval. Consider the condition x is greater than or equal to a and less than or equal to b. So we have 2 points a and b, and x is between a and b. Since x is greater than or equal to a, that means a must be included, so we represent it as square braces. Similarly, x is less than or equal to b, so point B must be included, so we represent it by square braces. And the interval is written as a and b within square braces. This is called closed interval. Curved braces represent end points are not included, and square braces represent end points are included. Now we will see intervals open at one end and closed at other end. Consider x is greater than a and less than or equal to b. Here we have 2 points a and b. X is between a and b. Since x is greater than a is not included, which means it is an open interval represented by curved brace. And x is less than or equal to b, that means b must be included, so we represent it with square braces. And the interval is written as a and b, a with curved brace, b with square brace. Similarly, x greater than or equal to a and less than b. We have 2 points a and b. X lies between a and b. Since x is greater than or equal to a must be included. Since x is less than b is not included. The interval is written as a comma b, a with square brace, b with curved brace. Now we will see infinite intervals. When x is less than a, we have only one point on the line, and x is less than a. So the other limit is infinite. Here a is not included, so we represent it with curved brace. The interval is written as minus infinity a. When x is less than or equal to a, here also we have only one point, and x is less than or equal to a, which means a must be included, and the interval is written as minus infinity and a. X is greater than b. We have only one point b and x is greater than b excluding b, and the interval is b comma infinity. X is greater than or equal to b. We have one point on the line and x is greater than b including b, and the interval is b comma infinity. Next, x is greater than minus infinity, less than infinity. So there are no end points. So we represent it as minus infinity and infinity.